Iran and Israel again. This morning, the whole world woke up to the alarming news reports of Israel's revenge attack on Iran. Here are the 10 things you need to know. According to reports, at about 5 a.m. Israel Standard Time, Israeli missiles hit a target on Iran's soil in the Isfahan region in response to Iran's missile and drone attack last week. Now, Isfahan is home to the Iranian military's main airbase and locations related to its nuclear program. Now, last week, Iran launched hundreds of missiles and drones on Israel because it blamed it for an attack on its consulate in Syria that killed 7 of its officers. This was also Iran's first ever attack on Israel. So what happened today is being seen as Israel's response. Now, so far, Israel has not claimed responsibility for the missile strikes. Point number 2. What has Iran done, or will rather do, after today's attack? Now, so far, Iran has downplayed the report of this attack and has said that no such attack happened in the Isfahan region and that it has no plan to strike back immediately. Iran's news agency has said that explosions were heard near an army base and immediately the defense systems were activated. Point number 3. The most important update is that according to the International Atomic Energy Agency, the nuclear sites in Iran have not been damaged. The agency has further asserted that nuclear facilities should never be a target in military conflicts. Point number 4. In terms of advisories, the US Embassy has asked its employees and their families to not travel outside the Greater Tel Aviv, Jerusalem and Beersheba areas in Israel. The Iranian Aviation Authority has also lifted restrictions on its airspace. Point number 5. How has the world reacted so far? Well, France and the European Union have urged for de-escalation. Point number 6. Oman, which has long mediated between Tehran and the West, has condemned the reported attack. Point number 7. Meanwhile, China, which is a close partner of Iran, which is its largest trade partner and a top buyer of its sanctioned oil, has said that it will continue to play a constructive role to de-escalate tensions in West Asia. It's important to look at China's role here. China has historically been sympathetic to the Palestinian cause and has been calling for a ceasefire in Gaza since the war began when Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th. Even the United States has repeatedly made public appeal for China to use its influence over Tehran to manage tensions in the region. Point number 8. The US and the UK have imposed a new round of sanctions on Iran that are meant to hold the country accountable for its weekend attack and to deter further such activity. Point number 9. Iran imposed restrictions on commercial flights in the hours immediately after the strike, but those restrictions have now been lifted according to the latest updates. And point number 10. The impact was indeed seen on oil prices, which had initially jumped by as much as 3.5%, but the prices stabilized when it was clear that the strike was limited.